the stage here. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Woo! You see our virtual tour background. You hear our legendary music here. And then there is me. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you all here. Thank you all for being here. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up. Honestly, I was just like saying to God, woo, let me not worry about the noise. Let me embrace the sound. Let me just embrace the sound. Let me embrace the sound. Let me embrace the sound. I'll just say this. Wherever you're going through, trust me, somebody is treading more dangerous water than you. Best thing about storm is it eventually stops. But the recovery process starts, happens, and ends with you. You have to start it. So, thank you all for being here. It means to be more than you know. So let's do what we do and go on tour, shall we? All right, here we go. Mr. Andre Braugher. Man, it happened so sudden too. Literally, this happened last night as we were all live. But there were so many people live. Let's see here. Oh Lord. Just trying to breathe, Because Lord Jesus, we all are losing a lot, but we also are gaining too. All right, so here we go, y'all. Andre Braugher passed away. This brother right here, as it pulls up on my laptop here. Andre Braugher, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Homicide. That is the show that was on Fox. Life on the Street star passes away at 61 years old. Andre Braugher, the two-time Emmy-winning actor who starred in the hit television series Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Homicide: Life on the Street, passed away Monday after a brief illness. He was 61 years old. Braugher's publicist, Jennifer Allen, confirmed the news of his passing to Variety. Braugher was known for his role as the upright Captain Raymond Holt. This is a good Holt, y'all. This is a good Holt. Okay? On the police procedural comedy series Brooklyn Nine-Nine from 2013 to 2021. I'm thinking December because we're in December. His character, stoic and no-nonsense personality, but deep sense of humanity, made him an instant fan favorite of the show, especially when paired with Andy Samberg's hotshot detective Jake Braugher in a scene. He also won a lead actor Emmy for his role as Detective Frank Pemberton on NBC's Homicide: Life on Street in 1998, his last year on the series. Braugher's intense performance made him one of the breakout stars to emerge from the critically beloved police drama that hailed from Barry Levinson, Tommy Fontana, and Dave Simon, the former Baltimore Sun reporter who wrote the 1991 fiction book Homicide: A Year on the Killing Streets, or movie, for his performance as a mastermind criminal for FX's 2006 series Thief. Braugher confronted the complicated legacy of playing police officers throughout his career in a 2020 Variety cover story. Cops breaking the law to, quote, defend the law is a real slippery slope. It has given license to breaking of law, the license to breaking of the law everywhere. Justified it and excused it, he said. That's something we're going to have to collectively address all cop shows. Born in Chicago, Braugher graduated from Stanford University and then attended Juilliard School in the drama division. His first on-screen role came as a Union soldier in Glory, in which he played Thomas Searles, a free black man who joins the first black regiment or regime. In the TV movie revival of Kojic, he played Kojic's sidekick, then moved on to Homicide: Life on the Street. He also played a detective in Hack from 2002 to 2004, then switched it up as a psychiatrist on House MD. Braugher was nominated for two Primetime Emmys for supporting actor of Men of a Certain Age. He continued to appear in feature films as his TV career expanded with roles in City of Angels, Frequency Poseidon, Primal Fear, Duets, The Mist, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Salt, and The Gambler. It says here he told Variety his family was more important than pursuing a big league role. It's been an interesting career, but I think it could have been larger, he says. I think it could span more disciplines. Not. Mm, he said disciplines, not genres. That means he's about the craft, directing, producing, all these other things, but it would have been at the expense of my own life. He's survived by his wife, Amy Bramson, who also appeared in Homicide: Life on the Street, and three children. Whew. So there is so much more here. Let me see here. I want to share this too because there is reaction, of course, from the industry. And as you guys know, here we reflect what the industry is saying at all times here. Um, Andre, sorry, and don't worry, we will talk about Jonathan Majors too. Just I felt today, we've been staying on top of this for a while of Jonathan Majors, but we take time out to celebrate our legends for sure. Andre Braugher was an actor's actor, one who absorbed the character, and like a superstar athlete, made the cast around him better. As the showbiz community digests the terrible news of his passing today at 61, reactions from friends, former castmates, and others are hitting social media. Read a sampling of them below. The versatile Braugher was a two-time Emmy Award winner, an 11-time nominee who amassed more than 100 TV and film credits over a 35-year screen career. Oh, wow. He started playing now as a detective opposite Telly Santos in a string of Kojic television films. During that era, Braugher hit the big screen with a key role in Glory, Edward Sidgwick, 1989 Civil War set film starring Matthew Broderick that would land Denzel Washington his first Oscar. And then all of these amazing accolades here. Oh, I didn't know this. He appeared on the big screen in Spike Lee's Let's Get on the Bus. It was in the HBO telefilms, the Tuskegee Airmen. Braugher toplined the early 2000s ABC's drama Gideon's Crossing and starred in the CBS crime drama Hack. He also was starred with Ray Romano and Scott Braugher in the 2009 2000 to 2011 TNT dramedy Men of a Certain Age. So here are what people are saying about the actor. Dave Simon, Andre Braugher. God, I've worked with a lot of actors. I never worked with one better. Stunned and thinking of me and his sons. And so many memories of this good man are now blessed, but too damn soon. I appreciate the fact that we are actually saying damn, and that we're really feeling out how we want to feel when someone passes away, because I'll get to that. Sean Ryan, the consummate actor, his scenes in Homicide were critical inspiration for The Shield. I had the privilege of working with him briefly. My 13 episode and out show was a minor speed bump in his incredible career. My condolences to all who loved him. Robert King, just so crushed. He was so much fun and funny. He had so much life. It's just hard to process this one. From NBC and Universal Television, Andre Braugher was the actor that others in the profession will always aspire to be. He infused Detective Frank Pemberton on Homicide: Life on the Street with both righteous ferocity, and quiet dignity. In addition to his prowessness as a dramatic actor, his comedy chops were also on full display as the determined and passionate Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. His performances will continue to inspire future generations, and we will miss him tremendously. Fox Entertainment. Everyone at Fox is devastated by the sudden loss of our friend and colleague, the incredibly talented Andre Braugher. He will most certainly be remembered for his iconic comedic and dramatic roles across both television and film, but he will be remembered for his big heart, kindness, and lasting impact he made on his friends, family, and fans everywhere. Andre was the heart and soul the Nine and will forever be our captain. Our thoughts and deepest condolences are with Andre's family and loved ones at this time. So this picture right here comes from Melissa Furmo, who was also on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love this first picture. The moment before that photo is Andre and me sitting on a little wooden deck overlooking the ocean of Malibu. We were having our first of many deep conversations when out of nowhere a big wave splashes the rocks below us and we get hit. So it gets so startled that we jump up and run off the deck and then cracking laughing. We were shooting the beach house episode. I remember all the advice you gave me. I remember all the times we laughed because your laugh was one of the all-time greatest laughs to have ever existed. I remember the deep love and loyalty you had for your family. I remember it every time I asked to work to make time for me to be with my family. I will remember how you sent the pictures of the fallen trees in New Jersey because you knew I missed that time of year back east. I will remember you call me Melly Fumi. I remember so much. I really thought I'll see you again. My deepest condolences to Andre family, me, and to the boys, and to all his family and loved ones. It was an honor to be in your orbit for a time, sir. May you rest in peace, my friend. Terry Crews, I can't believe you're gone so soon. I'm honored to have known you, laughed with you, worked with you, and shared 8 glorious years watching your irreplaceable talent. This hurts. You left us too soon. You taught me so much. I'll be forever grateful for the experience of knowing you. Thank you for your wisdom, your advice, your kindness, your friendship, your deepest condolences to your wife and family in this difficult time. You showed me what life well lived looks like. Rest in peace, Andre. Love you, man. And I'm reading all of them because it needs to be said. So, joint statement from Brooklyn Nine-Nine writers, executive producers, like everyone who was fortunate enough to know Andre. We are heartbroken by the news of his passing. He was one of the most talented dramatic actors in history. Then he tried to do comedy. He was instantly one of the funniest people to ever do it. But greater than his acting talent was the happiness and joy he brought to those around him and his smile. He had the greatest, brightest, most wonderful smile. Our thoughts and love go out to his beautiful, amazing family, who he loved more than anything. We're grateful for the time we had with him. Mike Royce, this is impossible for me to process. He was the best actor in the world, an incredible human being, and a incomparable loss. Viola Davis says, she says no. OMG. Lynn, sending much love to his family. Andre made me laugh, telling me stories of how he loved his wife cooking when we worked together on Gideon's Crossing so many years ago. And now we're working together again, telling family stories, talking politics, and smiling a lot. The laughter, joy, and of course the talent. He gave me chills watching him in the scene. All my love to his family, his Hollywood family, sends love and is heartbroken. Rest in peace, darling Andre. After we are saddened to hear Andre Braugher's passing, best known for Men of a Certain Age of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was a dynamic performer in drama and comedy. He would deeply be missed. Our condolences to his family and friends. Shirley Ralph, this shook me. Rip Andre. Andre Brown. One of my favorite memories was him was one day on set. He was like, "I'll follow you on Twitter. You're funny." And I said, "Oh, what's your hand so I can follow you too?" He said, "No, I like it. Like, I like it that you don't know me. It's good." We both fell out. He was a good man. One of my favorite memories was me, him, and Terry Crews talking on set. He was warm with us, and then a white person will pop by. He gets serious again. Then he leaned in and said, "God, keep them on their toes." Again, I fell out. Rest in peace, Andre Braugher. Andre Braugher was a megawatt talent, reliable, dependable, emotional. Whenever he was a part of a cast, I knew meant the show would be great. Gone too soon. Andre Braugher got to produce my first screenplay, Get on the Bus. Gone too soon, but while Marker left, oh, Captain, my Captain. And as you guys can see, it just goes on and on and on and on. You know, I'm gonna give a story. Dealing with dealing with emotionality is difficult for me, believe it or not. My grandpa who passed away. Um, I remember me and my brother, we we had to be serious, you know what I mean? And we were trying to make sure we didn't make each other cry. And when we went in, it was a home going celebration. Was it a funeral? And I think at the end of life, um, the reason why people are sad is because that person's no longer here to continue the joy. But I think the reason why homegoing celebrations happen is because you get to celebrate coming to celebrate somebody that made you feel at home. And so to Andre Braugher, his family, his friends, and to everybody in Hollywood and to all of his fans, including the people that may not have watched him but knew that he did good things. Much love to you, brother, indeed. So yeah, this one was quite an emotional one. So with that being said, let's roll on here. Woo! Okay. So much, so much, so much. Um, this is from me. A takeout here. Says here, Keke Palmer, my life is truly unraveling at the seams. Keke Palmer is in the midst of some pretty nasty public relationship drama with her baby's father, Darius Jackson. As Media Takeout reported, Keke and Darius split after Keke was spotted flirting with Usher at his concert. That wasn't true. As we all know, Usher has, I think, a fiance or a wife. I think it's a wife, I think. So since the split, her baby's father, Darius, began angling for primary custody of their son, Leo. Child support. Keke went to court in an effort to stop Darius from getting her money and alleged abuse. Now Keke's talking about the situation. Seems overwhelmed. On Sunday, Palmer 30 shared a video to her Instagram showing her holding her 9-month-old son, Adonis Leo Alderton. As the camera pans around them, the video was set to Seeing Green by Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne, while Keke shared a caption which seemingly addressing how she feels outside viewers may view her recent legal filings against Jackson 29. When reality TV makes everyone believe all celebrity lives are just one big marketing strategy scheme, but my life is truly unraveling at the seams. And I just wear trauma like a Dolce Gabbana coat because Sharon didn't raise no itch. Palmer wrote on the video itself. So, with that being said, I will say this. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I do like Keke and wish her all the best too. And listen, that's very true. We are on the outside looking in, and I think so many times in life we think we know a person, but there's more than meets the eye. Like behind this screen that you're watching, whether you are watching me on TV, yes, because I am live on TV right now, or you're watching me on your laptop, your tablet, or you're watching me on your phone. I don't know if you can watch, YouTube on your. I don't know if you can watch YouTube on your smartwatch, but wherever you're watching me from, there's a real person here. It may not seem like it's a real person because you may have seen glimpses of me in different instances. And sometimes I get ahead of my skis. As I often say, I dream too big, I go too hard, and I do the most where I should be still. Or, the words of Wendy Williams' parents, too much, too loud, too fast. Like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. We're live on tour. Glad to have all of you here. And, I will say, even with all that, there still is a soul there. There still is a person trying to figure out what is right and wrong. And guess what? We're all growing up still. At 29, even though I am a full grown man, I will say that in other areas, I may be childish. And that's something that I have to own up to, be accountable for, and take the mental block lessons that come with that. But I think in the midst of all that, through all that, and looking around, my POV, my point of view, I do think for everything that is bad in me, there's also good in me too. And so I think that's why I say to Keke Palmer that, we don't I truly don't get why you did what you did, because the town hall that I did, that I think many people did, we are on your side, for your side, and of your side, because we look at you as family. But also to his family, we fall out as family from time to time. And sometimes we really need time, distance, love, space, and grace. And so to Keke, to that beautiful son Leo, we love you, we value, we appreciate you. We just want you to be well. And sometimes things shouldn't be publicized. And believe me, as one of my good friends often say to me, there's lessons at the bottom that the top can't teach you. So there you go. Much love, Keke, and we're pulling for you for sure. All right, y'all. This next story, again, from Black Enterprise, Jason Lee accuses Beyonce of snubbing Black media from Renaissance premiere. During the episode of the Jason podcast, Lee accused Beyonce of hating Black media outlets during her sold-out Renaissance World Tour. And social media is all ears. While the Superstars tour made millions in revenue, and her Bay Good Foundation issued checks to both Black and LGBTQIA plus businesses around the world, Lee feels that it isn't good enough. I think optically, we don't include other Black leaders from the culture in the fold, take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, you should have honored and brought more Black people in, because Beyonce had such a huge voice. Lee said, I've done a lot. I'm not even going to say it here because I did. If this internet, Beyonce's good internet, will go crazy. Did I tell y'all what I've done? He continued to spill the tea to his co-host while covering his mouth with paper and having his producer bleep his word out to get all reactions. So let me see if I can find this here and play it for y'all. I don't think this was the move, Jason. I don't think this was the move. Okay. Y'all give me a moment to pull it up on Twitter. Here. Sorry, on my phone. Okay, it's loading, y'all. Okay.
I think optically, when you don't include other Black leaders in the culture in the fold, that just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, you should have honored and brought more Black people. I spent thousands, over $40,000 in tickets, and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here, because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go great, AZ. I'm gonna tell them why Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is. But I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now.
Y'all, their faces are like, what the actual hell?
And that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood? Like, oh, there was one more thing. Beat this, Johnny. Woo! So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like, there should be a little love there. Now, maybe she doesn't know. Beyonce doesn't know. Yeah, I don't think Beyonce. They're not going to share that with her. Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now if I get that message to Beyonce, yes, I can get it to me. Oh, I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce. She needs to know. And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told y'all about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come over there.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now. I'm not playing this industry game.
Okay.
I think optically.
So y'all heard Jason Lee. And it says here the controversial creator claims that he spent over $40,000 to see Beyonce's show Free Time and says he feels unappreciated, leaving viewers curious. Lee went on to say there should be a little love there. Then after alluding to receipts, the former Love and Hip Hop Hollywood star pointed the finger at the Cozy singer's longtime publicist, Yvette Nicole Shore, saying while Bey don't know what he has allegedly done, Nicole Shore does. That's where things got sticky. Lee hopes to have Kelly Rowland, Destiny Child member, and Beyonce's best friend on his show. If that doesn't happen, the receipts will be exposed. I'm just being critical. That's just what we do. You know that Yvette will try to put Kelly Rowland right now. Now, I know if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about that, it's going to be a problem that I'm pulling out. Receipts I just told y'all about, put those out. As a video starts circulating around social media, users called cap on Lee's accusations, calling him shady, pointing out that he may not have said anything under the paper. He didn't say ish under that piece of paper. I'm crying. Another reminiscence on Lee being ignored by Bey at past Rock Nation brunch. Isn't this the same guy she was avoiding at the Rock Nation brunch in his next row? This is the closest he's ever going to get to her. Now he just lost his invitation to the next one. Why is no one talking about Jason Lee straight up threatening Beyonce with blackmail? Hopefully Lee will change his ways, as the reality show star recently filed paperwork to enter the District 6 council race in his hometown in Stockton, Georgia. He says after all these years in the entertainment industry, now is the right time to run. Well, sir, here's the thing. The $40,000, Jason, that you spent on Beyonce tickets, there's somebody that wishes they had $40,000 to put down on a home for themselves, whether they're a family of one or their family. There are people that wish they had $40,000 to buy a car. There are people that wish they had $40,000 to, shore up their bills, to pay off some bills. There are people who wish they could have $40,000 for a rainy day. There are people who just wish they had $40,000. And just because you spend that money doesn't mean that you deserve to be recognized by Beyonce. You know how many people spent money on Beyonce tickets for Renaissance tour? You know how many people went to go get tickets to, see the Renaissance film. A lot of people, Jason. And guess what? At least you have $40,000. Okay. Now, now let's be real. If somebody were to go on the internet and say, I didn't get the chance to go to Beyonce's, Renaissance concert. And they go to the movie theater, see the film, be like, oh my God, I had to pay $20 for it. They will be getting dragged on social media as well. They should. If you didn't want to pay the $20, you didn't have to pay the $20. You could have not watched the concert. Jason, this ain't the move, bro. Whatever receipts you have, just drop it, bro. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, right from this space, right here, right now. It's not worth it. A very, very good friend of mine who, y'all, there are some good people in my life that I don't deserve sometimes. You hear me? Hey, Miss Tina, welcome in. Much love to you. There's a person in my life that I truly do not deserve. And when I say that, I truly mean that. She said to me, and I quote, that Braylon, I know you have a good heart. People know you have a good heart. But when you uck up, that does not mean you start defending yourself by saying all the good that you've done just to distance yourself from the uck up that you did. And you know what? I had to stand down, stand back, and lay down with that. She was absolutely correct. If you're going to do good because it's the right thing to do. Now, if somebody's coming against you, you absolutely defend yourself. But Jason, this ain't the move, bro. And not to mention, why are you running in politics? Really? I mean, you do realize what just happened to George Santos, right? And I know you're not George Santos, okay? I know you haven't lied. Although you did lie about the Queen passing away. You did lie about the Queen passing away. That was a huge thing for Hollywood and lie. But Jason, this ain't the move, bro. This ain't the move. Just let it go. And you know what? Here's the thing. Beyonce is black, and I do believe that there were black media at the world premiere of Beyonce's movie premiere. Like I said, Chloe and Haley were there. There were plenty of black people there. Hell, her husband is black. Blue Ivy is black. Like, what are we doing here? And listen, far be it from me to tell people what to do, especially after after this guy here has done a lot, has been through a lot, and it hasn't been his best. But this is not the move, bro. This is not the move, bro. Anyone can build financial capital, but it takes somebody to build social capital. Social capital, once that's destroyed, it's hard to get back, bro. It's hard to get back. So, Jason, just move on for your own good, man. Because and listen, maybe you did this story so you can get clicks and views. And listen, I'm clicking and I'm viewing it, but I'm also evolving this because, bruh, here's the thing. I saw your co-host's face. If those receipts are true and they could have been detrimental, you do realize you could be looped into that, right? Just saying. If you want peace in the valley, you have to come as peace in the valley. Okay? So, oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. And speaking of black women, Damon Idris here has a message for black men. Grow up. The actor addressed the collective on his Instagram story due to the trend of unprovoked hatred towards black women. FX's Snowfall star Damon Idris is using his platform to address a disturbing trend he knows primarily among black men. The British actor called out the unwarranted hatred directed towards black women, particularly young stars in the entertainment industry, on his Instagram story. I see so much unprovoked hatred toward black women today. by predominantly grown black men, especially to our young stars that are just trying to do their thing. He just said, the compulsion to humble these women perhaps makes you feel more of a man. I promise you, you aren't meant to us. A new year's approaching. Grow up. And you know what? Shout out to Damon Idris because I totally agree with him. And listen, I do think that there is a difference between, defending yourself when things are being said about you and just being an actual social self-hold to be an actual social self-hold. There's a distinction and difference between the two. And I will agree when Trashy Dineva went after Chloe Bailey. I'm like, first of all, that was so unprovoked. No one asked you. And not to mention, if our beautiful black mermaid, Haley Bailey, is pregnant, that's her business. That's her business. There has to be something about DDG that makes Haley feel happy, safe, and secure. And not to mention, too, Trashy Dineva, like, really? 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 You do realize, like, the only reason why you came back and apologized was to save your job, right? You do realize that. And the crazy thing to me is that when good men try to do the right thing, in the mode that they try to do it, they get attacked. Hey, May, June, July, welcome in. They get attacked. Now, listen, I understand that there is a way to speak to everybody. But also, too, sometimes things need to be said. And in the words of Stormy, that's what's up. Don't fuck with me. Those are her two vibes, right? So I think context is everything. I think we have to give love, grace, and space to the good men that are trying. And do they have the best mouth when they're trying to defend people? No. But if they're trying to come from a good place, let them breathe. Because there's going to be a point in time where nobody may want to speak up. And then everybody's going to ask, where are the helpers at? And, these alpha male podcasts, tired and worn out podcast, right? They talk about, black women are this, black women are that. Guess what? We have no room, mindset, or faculties to be able to say what black women want or not. Because here's the thing, black women are the people that come to our defense 10 times out of 10. Real talk. And also, too, it stuns me because it's like you guys, the alpha male people, you guys do realize somebody could say this about your sister, right? You do realize somebody could say this about your auntie, your niece, your cousin, your mama, your grandmama, your girlfriend, your fiance, your wife, a coworker that you know. So stop it. Now, although I do agree that sometimes, women may say, well, I want a 6-figure man, recognize that some dudes are just trying to live for themselves. But that doesn't mean they don't have room to grow to 6 figures. But for every new level, there is a bigger hell, right? And so I think that what we all have to do is recognize that we're not going to be able to get all of our standards and requirements. But what is going to make you happy? And I remember, Tyler Perry was saying on Keep It Positive Sweet with the legendary Crystal Renee, how, Tyler Perry was saying that if you can find a man that will, pay the bills and, be there for you, then love on him. And everyone took his comments and ran with it. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a man who was homeless in sleeping in his car to owning a whole studio being worth $1 billion saying this. I think what he was trying to say was for, women and men really as well, that are so focused on status, be concerned about the soul. Because if the soul ain't right, that soul is going to translate to the money and everything else that people do. So, so let me keep reading here. The actor who gained international recognition for his role as Franklin Saint in the FX series Snowfall did not hold back with his criticism. His message comes at a time when conversation about treatment of black women in society, specifically in the entertainment industry, are becoming increasingly common. Idris' statement has sparked a wave of support online, with many applauding his stance and calling for more men to speak out against the demeaning behavior. However, there's a growing disapproval among some online, with doubts arising whether Idris is too good to be true. Just lost respect for Damon Idris, SMH. Good for him, but there's something about Damon Idris that doesn't sit right with me. It's mind blowing to me. So something doesn't sit right with this person here, and just lost respect. How could you lose respect for somebody who's trying to use their voice? Like, really, like there's, I can't. I just can't. Like, really, he is just saying to black men to shut the hell up about the struggle, smuggles that black women are going through, and let them be in peace. If they're going to make a mistake, they're going to make a mistake. But guess what? You also have made mistakes too. Leave them alone. It ain't a good look. And I agree with them. I'm just like, you know what? To those people that have lost respect for Damon Idris, y'all need to look up bad things on the internet to see what actual bad things have happened on the internet. Seriously, like His commentary serves as a reminder of the power and influence that celebrities can use in shaping societal attitudes and behaviors. As the new year approaches, Idris called to grow up as a challenge to his peers and fans alike to do better, treat all women with the respect they deserve. His message is clear. The time for change is now. Damon Idris, they can never make me hate you, with a love emoji. So I agree with everything that brother said. Absolutely agree with everything that I said. And listen, I know that, when we see somebody online, in the words of Karen Huger, I'm only judging what you give me, but also to recognize that those are glimpses in time. That's not the totality of who a person is. It's just like, how can I put this? That would be like, this is just an example. That would be like Morris Chestnut, not wanting to talk to a fan, right? And that person went online and be like, "Oh my God, Morris didn't talk to me. He's a mean person." No. What was the context? He's getting, loved by women, loved by brothers all the time. He doesn't have time to breathe. What's the context? We got to stop. We're saying just because somebody's having a moment that they're a bad person. Because guess what? If that's the case, everybody's a bad person, because we all have moments. Real talk. So, but anyway, let's roll on as we are live on tour. This comes to us from Afrotech. Snoop Dogg claims he's received a payout of less than $45,000 after earning 1 billion streams on Spotify. Snoop Dogg has revealed how he has been able to win big with non-fungible tokens, NFTs, alongside his son after the low payout he received from streaming on Spotify. During an interview with the Business Untitled podcast, Snoop Dogg explains his initial hesitation with learning about the world of NFTs, especially when he was seeing so many creators profit off his likeness. His son, Cordell Braugher, helped shift his mindset, though, which proved to be beneficial. As Afrotech previously mentioned, here's some suits from Chasing Penny. As Afrotech previously mentioned, Snoop Dogg, who became the owner of Death Row Records in February 2022, profited $40 million by removing the label's music from streaming platforms and making it only available in the metaverse. My son, he is the one who spooned me and groomed me to this. Snoop Dogg told Business Untitled. In the beginning, it was a bunch of mother uckers using my face and just doing all kinds of ish. And he called me. He's like, "Pops, it's what you can't do. You can't be mad if they're using your face and likeness. They love you. They just don't know how to get in touch with you. So what you should do is reach out to them and say thanks or good looking out, or do you want to collaborate?" He added, "So it was like my son who had to just buy attitude on this isn't a money grab. This is a relationship. I think that's why we won." The Death Row Records owner also explained how he assisted artists in the NFT space in achieving substantial gains, surpassing earnings from platforms such as Apple and Spotify by drawing from his own experience with the platform. He claimed that he received a check that was listed $45,000 after reaching 1 billion streams on Spotify. Let me tell you the thing that worked with me. It was simple. It was transparency. Snoop Dogg said on the podcast, that's what the music industry and film industry doesn't have. So this was a way to show transparency. Give me a song. I'm taking 60% because I'm putting it out for you. You get 40%. That may sound like a lot, but you just made $100,000. He continued to the streaming world. I can show you right now. They just sent me some ish from Spotify where I got 1 billion streams, right? My publisher hit me. I said, break that down. How much money is that? That ish was even 45,000. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when this ish came out, I could tell an artist that same song that you put out traditionally didn't make no money. Give it to me. Every time you sell it, if somebody else sells it, you get 10% of it. Listen, first of all, shout out to Snoop Dogg and Dogg. And you know what? Listen, I believe that artists deserve their royalties. I really, really do. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you so much. And listen, I and y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here for sure. Hello, just be sure 369. Thank you. And listen, I agree with Snoop. I think that the music industry, the film industry, the television industry, you know what? Honestly, I'm sorry, y'all. I just hit my hand. Hashtag ow. I think really, let's just put every industry in it. Every industry needs more transparency. Every industry needs more accountability. And every industry needs to be invested in more accordingly. Can we all agree with that? Because for as long as the strike was, for the actors' strike, right? I think it was disrespectful, trash, and disgusting behavior that people were losing their livelihood. And I know the rest of us that sit low and look high can say, well, you got a mansion, you got a Bentley, you don't have to worry about medical issues. You can go straight in. And to that point, I'm going to bring up a clip of Jimmy Kimmel. This clip may not be in the show because copyright issues, but I do agree that this right here, this clip should showcase that every celebrity doesn't have equal access. Okay, that things happen.
That happened to our family last week. I'm sorry. I have a story to tell about something that happened to our family last week. I'm sorry. I try not to get emotional, but it was a scary story. And before I go into it, I want you to know it has a happy ending, okay? So when I'm telling this, don't get too upset. Leave that to me. But a little over a week ago on Friday, April 21st, my wife, Molly, gave birth to a boy, a baby boy. His name is William John Kimmel. Thank you very much. We call him Billy. It was an easy delivery, 6 pushes, he was out, and he appeared to be a normal, healthy baby until about 3 hours after he was born. We were out of the delivery room. We moved to the recovery room. Our whole family was there, and we introduced him to his 2.5-year-old sister. She was cute with him. We were happy. Everything was good. My wife was in bed relaxing, and when a very attentive nurse at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, her name is Nanush, was checking him out and heard a murmur in his heart, which is common with newborn babies, but she also noticed he was a bit purple, which is not common. So she asked me to come with her, and my wife and I assumed it would be nothing. Our daughter had a heart murmur too, and we didn't notice that he wasn't the color he was supposed to be. So I accompanied Billy and the nurse, went down the hall to another part of the hospital, the neonatal ICU, where another excellent nurse named Ann checked him out and called the doctor in. And now all of a sudden it felt serious. And the room started to fill up. More doctors and nurses and equipment started coming in. And they determined he wasn't getting enough oxygen into his blood, which, as far as I understand, or understood at the time, was most likely one of two things, either his heart or his lungs. And you hope it's the lungs because sometimes they have fluid in them after delivery and it's potentially a minor thing. But they did an x-ray and his lungs were fine, which meant his heart wasn't. So now more doctors and nurses and equipment come in, and it's a terrifying thing. My wife is back in the recovery room. She has no idea what's going on. And I'm standing in the middle of a lot of very worried looking people, kind of like right now, who are trying to figure out what the problem is. It's Friday night, and so they call a pediatric cardiologist, Dr. Damson, who, when they called him, was picking his mother up from the airport. Luckily, her plane was not delayed because he got to the hospital very quickly. They did an echocardiogram, which is a sonogram of the heart, and found that Billy was born with a heart disease, something called tetralogy of Fallot with pulmonary atresia. It's hard to explain. Basically, the pulmonary valve was completely blocked, and he has a hole in the wall between the left and right sides of his heart. And then they brought my wife in, and they wheeled her in, and Dr. Zahn told her what was going on and what our options were. And we decided to take him to Children's Hospital, where there's a world-renowned cardiac surgeon who is, by all accounts, a genius. His name is Dr. Von Starnes. So we put the baby in an ambulance to Children's Hospital, Los Angeles, and on Monday morning, Dr. Starnes opened his chest and fixed one of the two defects in his heart. He went in there with a scalpel and did some kind of magic that I couldn't even begin to explain. He opened the valve and the operation was a success. It was the longest 3 hours of my life. It was a success. So, they didn't do everything. He'll have to have another open heart surgery in 3 to 6 months to close those holes, but they want to wait until he's bigger, and then he'll have a third, hopefully non-invasive procedure sometime maybe in his early teens to replace the valve he has now. So this poor kid, this is what he looked like on Monday. But this is what he looked like yesterday. They brought him home. Poor kid, not only did he get a bad heart, he got my face. 6 days after open heart surgery, we got to bring him home, which is amazing. He's doing great. He's eating, he's sleeping. He peed on his mother today while she was changing his diaper. He's doing all the things that he's supposed to do.
Oh, man.
And our daughter, well, here's a picture of my wife and me and Billy and our daughter, Jane. And you can see Jane's pretty excited about having another You know, it's funny. They tell you when you bring the new baby home, bring a gift for the older sibling and tell her it's from the baby, as if we give birth to the Easter Bunny or something. It makes no sense, but that's what they tell you to do. So we brought Jane these Shopkins, which, you know what these are? They're like tiny little cupcakes and donuts with faces on them. And we said, Billy bought these for you. And she believed it. She's not too bright, but I mean, he doesn't even have money. He doesn't, not only doesn't he have money, he doesn't have a place to put money. He has no wallet. How would he buy these for her? As far as she knows, the baby is signed up for Amazon Prime, but she likes him. Okay, this is another picture. This is the best. This is me in a coma. And I have a list of people I want to thank for making that happen. And I hope I have my list. These are just some of the people who played a part in this. It was an enormous team effort, really was. At Cedars-Sinai Hospital, first of all, I want to thank Nanush Shakurnia, the nurse, who was the first to notice the problem. If it was a girl, we would have named her Nanush. We really would have. And the other nurses at Cedars, Desiree, Lori, Ashley, Teresa, Susan, Alexis, the head nurse in intensive care, Ann DeMeo, who's great, Nurse Joan Bacall, who was at his side the whole time, Dr. Evan Zahn, and also his mother, who probably didn't get her luggage because he picked her up at the airport. Dr. Scott Cohen, Dr. Stacy Rosenbaum, Dr. Tim Cazares, all for being so great. And the truly awe-inspiring team at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, led by Dr. Von Starnes, who saved so many lives. This man has saved thousands of lives and turned so much sorrow into happiness. I'll never be able to thank him for so I won't even try, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
All the great
Jimmy.
doctors at CHLA, Dr. Sylvia Del Castillo, Dr. Erin Barbanel, Barbara Gross, who runs the Heart Institute, and our unbelievably kind and caring nurses, especially Krista Callan and Carrie Dubbin. But they were also excellent. Elise, Janet, Josie, Rhea, thanks to Donald Seebeck, our respiratory therapist who kept Billy breathing the whole time. This is someplace, Children's Hospital Los Angeles. I hope you never have to go there, but if you do, you'll see so many kids from so many financial backgrounds being cared for so well and with so much compassion. I've been supporting Children's Hospital for years. I had no idea we'd ever wind up there. And if you'd like to support the work they do, the information is there at the bottom of your screen. Please do. We were on the Costco floor, which I consider to be a good omen because it's my favorite store.
Lord Jesus, Jimmy.
That's Costco sponsors the second floor, which is great. And thanks to all the companies who support Children's Hospital, including my company, Disney ABC, which supports them financially. I want to thank everyone here at ABC who were exceptionally kind and patient with me, letting me stay out of work last week. Ben Sherwood, Channing Dungy, Rob Mills, Mitch Cole, Jana Wintergrade, Kerry Kennedy, Bob and Willow Iger. Especially thanks to everyone here at the show, all my coworkers who sent a box of cards that it meant a lot to my wife. I didn't read them, but it meant a lot to her.
That's his way of loving his staff.
Thanks to my work family. I want to thank my work family and my actual family, starting with my cousin, Dr. Denise Hayes, who happens to be a pediatric cardiologist in New York. There's one smart person in our family, and she counseled us. She explained everything to everyone in our family over and over again, so I didn't have to. Thank you, Denise. And special extra thanks to my mom and dad and my mother-in-law, Mickey, my kids, Katie and Kevin, my cousins, my sister, my brother, my sisters-in-law, my brothers-in-law. They all really came through in so many ways, as did my friends. Every one of my friends were there 100% of the time for us. If we had atheists praying for us, okay? We had people who do not believe in God praying to him. And I hate even saying, even that son of a bitch, Matt Damon, sent flowers. So,
oh man,
thank you. I want to say also thanks to Guillermo for all the sweet texts and emails. I could barely read any of them, but it was the thought that really counted. And Cleto, I have to say, Cleto and Cleto Sr., Cleto's mom, Sylvia, Cleto Sr.'s wife, Sylvia, who's like a second mother to me, never has any human being ever texted more praying hands emojis to another human being than Cleto's mom did to me. I had to upgrade my phone just to handle them. So thank you, Sylvia. And most of all, I would thank my wife, Molly, first of all, for allowing me to have sex with her in the first place. That was huge right there. And so few have done that. But also for being so strong and level-headed and positive and loving during the worst nightmare a new mother could experience. I couldn't ask for a better partner. I'm so happy we had this baby together. I'm definitely getting a vasectomy after this. And I want to say one other thing. President Trump last month proposed a $6 billion cut in funding to the National Institute of Health. And thank God our congressman made a deal last night to not go along with that. They actually increased funding by $2 billion. And I applaud them for doing that. Because more than 40% of the people who would have been affected by those cuts to the National Institute of Health are children, and it would have a major impact on a lot of great places, including Children's Hospital in Los Angeles, which is so unbelievably sad to me. We were brought up to believe that we live in the greatest country in the world, but until a few years ago, millions and millions of us had no access to health insurance at all. You know, before 2014, if you were born with congenital heart disease like my son was, there was a good chance you'd never be able to get health insurance because you had a pre-existing condition. You were born with a pre-existing condition. And if your parents didn't have medical insurance, you might not live long enough to even get denied because of a pre-existing condition. If your baby is going to die, and it doesn't have to, it shouldn't matter how much money you make. I think that's something that whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or something else, we all agree on that, right? I mean, we do. Whatever your party, whatever you believe, whatever you support, we need to make sure that the people who are supposed to represent us, the people who are meeting about this right now in Washington, understand that very clearly. Let's stop with the nonsense. This isn't football. There are no teams. We are the team. It's the United States. Don't let their partisan squabbles divide us on something every decent person wants. We need to take care of each other. I saw a lot of families there, and no parent should ever have to decide if they can afford to save their child's life. It just shouldn't happen. Not here. So, anyway, thank you for listening. I promise I'm not going to cry for the rest of the show. Please say a prayer for or send positive thoughts to the families with children who are still in the hospital now because they need it. And thanks. We have a special show tonight. We'll be right back with Dr. Oz. Thanks for watching. If you like that, subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest videos.
Like I said, if you didn't
subscribe anyway, it's free. Who cares?
If you didn't feel nothing from that, I don't know what to tell you. If you didn't feel nothing from that, if you felt nothing, I don't know what to tell you. And a lot of times when you get into media, they will tell you to keep your persona close enough to the fans where they feel like they know you, but far enough where you can have peace. And for Jimmy Kimmel to come out on national television to say that his son almost passed away from a heart murmur, where he didn't know what to do, and there were good people who wanted to come through and just make sure that this child was okay. That's what I mean by whether you're up high and looking low, or you're low and looking high. Everybody is going through something. Amen. So shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. I know I may get struck. But you know what? This one may go unmonetized because I'd rather have that video showcased so people can see that everybody is going through something. With that being said, let's roll on. We're live on tour, everybody. Like I said, Chantel's journey has come to a close with 90 Day Fiance. And hang on. It has come to a close with 90 Day Fiance. So here's an exclusive look at 90 Day Fiance, the single life. Lego. So as you guys can see here, let me get the TLC logo. So this will be the new season of 90 Day Fiance, the single life, premiering Monday, January 1st at 8/7 Central, only on TLC. I can't wait to see the season for sure to come. And here's the thing. Isn't it crazy that Monday, December 25th is Christmas, and then the first day of the year is on a Monday? Like, how about that? Like, let me see something. Because I don't know when December 31st is. So December 31st is on a Sunday. So we are going to be in the last week of this year, the beginning week of a new year at the same time. Just amazing. So yeah. Oh man. Okay, I'll check that out. Understood. Oh, Lord. Okay. I figured as much. It's okay. It's okay. I figured as much. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're just taking it one thing at a time. It's okay. So with that being said, let's roll on with just trying to stay positive, y'all. So there was some news about sorry, y'all, I'm just trying to get the story up here for y'all. We'll get this one here. Let me make sure that we get the right story here. Because y'all did see the Jonathan Majors story. I do want to cover that because we've been on it. You know what I mean? So, wait. Life is full of transition. It really is. But it's how we handle that transition that determines everything. So, yeah. So, sorry, I'm just trying to find it here. Let me see. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up here. So share this tab. Hear Jonathan Majors call about his unconscious ex in 911 audio right before his arrest. In a nearly 5-minute 911 call, only obtained by people, the actor tells the dispatcher, "I don't know what happened." So I think this will be the call. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that this call here.
11 Pro everywhere. My favorite feature is lock on leaf. We have many devices throughout the arena. It's important that our machines are locked all the time. We're a true team on and off the ice. Windows 11 Pro helps us win.
New York City 911, you need police, fire, medical.
I know y'all.
No, suicide, I think. What is the location?
252 7th Avenue.
All right. So that was 252 7th Avenue, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What apartment?
Penthouse D.
Penthouse D?
Yes.
As in David, right?
Yes,
this is in Manhattan or in Brooklyn?
This is.
Hello, sir?
Yes, ma'am. This is in
You're
Manhattan.
losing service. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay. It's okay. It's in Manhattan.
All right. So this is Penthouse D. Just stay on the line, all right?
Okay, we'll do.
Penthouse D as in David. Don't worry about it. Speaking to me is not delaying anything. I just need some help, some information for the crew. They're already on the way, okay?
Okay.
Let me get them going. What happened exactly? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But she's unconscious. She's naked from the bottom down. She has a sweatshirt on. She's my ex-partner. We broke up. I came back. She sent me text messages insinuating as much. I stayed in a hotel last night. I came home this morning. I banged on the door. I've been at the apartment for about 40 minutes now. Just banged at the door.
Hey, Phyllis, welcome in. Glad to have you here. I am right here. We're playing a
I found him downstairs
call
and he
of
asked
Jonathan Majors right now. So much love to
the
you.
doorman to help us. And they let me in via the handyman.
All right.
Yeah. She's 30 years old. White, female.
Hey, everybody. We're playing a call from Jonathan Majors. So it's a 5-minute call. So welcome in. Glad to have you all here.
No, she have a mental condition or history?
I would maybe say so. She has a history with...
What's her name?
No, it's Grace. Caitlin Natasha DeBarr.
Grace. All right. Do you know what she did or what she took, or you don't know?
No, I don't know. I just know she's just...
All right. No problem, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you over to the EMS. Do not hang up, all right? They're already en route, okay?
Okay.
All right. You're on the line. Hold on. Arrow? 639. I'm 2880 for the job number 1749.
Hello, caller.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, this is 252 7th Avenue in Manhattan.
Yes, sir. Right over the Whole Foods.
And the patient's breathing?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. She is.
Okay, she awake?
So this is the 5-minute call that Jonathan Majors made to the police. So we're listening to that now.
This is Penthouse Diaz and David?
Yes, sir. Penthouse Diaz and David.
Okay, you're with her right now?
I've come downstairs to let the lobbyman know that you guys are on their way.
Okay. So they're going to be there as soon as possible.
Okay.
Obviously, if you could
What should I do? What should I do?
If you could just make sure the door's open, and when you get upstairs, she didn't fall and hit her head, anything that you know of, right?
No, I think I saw a cut behind her ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 30 years old.
Okay. So if you could just, when you get back upstairs, we just want you to keep an eye on her breathing. If she wakes up, we don't want to give her anything to eat or drink. Like I said, they're already responding.
I think they just walked in.
The ambulance crew?
Okay. Yeah. I think this is the ambulance too.
The fire department?
I called them on with the guys. I
think that's PD.
Yeah.
That's the police.
Hello, sir. That's the police?
I don't know. She's conscious. Yeah. The folks are coming. Can you just keep that confidential? Fella, this way.
So you're speaking to the cops?
Yeah, I'm assuming these are our guys. I mean,
is it the police?
Girlfriend. I get that call. Girlfriend.
Probably. Let me see if they're at the location. Sorry.
I'm leaving. I just need to phone and take a bite. I just don't know just knowing what happened. With this way? Yeah. I finally got into the apartment.
Yeah, they are low.
What?
The sergeant is at the location.
Okay, and just to confirm again, it's 252 7th Avenue, Penthouse D, between 124th and 125th in Manhattan?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
So that was basically the call. Here is a call here from Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Do you really know this? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home trying to disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I did regular definition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't. So,
No, you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset. To support Coretta Scott King. You know what that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. And
Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trouble, all that said, right? I'm not saying I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not going to think about it. I didn't ask for it. I worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, we did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I was going to maybe let's go to bed. Just since I'm just going to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, blah, blah. Because Grace is in here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was called by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine. I didn't take that.
Yeah.
So that is a conversation with Jonathan Majors and Grace Jabari. Listen, like I said, this has been a lot for me. And I still am a defender of anyone and everyone that has done wrong. And I know I have. I've been seeing that really all these past couple of weeks. And, all I can do now is, hey, apologize, showcase evolved behavior, and stay in my own corner for a minute. That doesn't mean I'm not going to still be here doing what I do. But yeah, sometimes we go through things, sometimes to become better. And I'm not saying that for what I went through. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that sometimes the mistakes that we made, at some point in time, we have to be accountable for them. And as much as I am on Jonathan Majors about his, although I would have never, I would never scold a woman. And not to mention, too, white, black, or whatever. Like, focus on you and her. Don't try to compare a relationship it's funny. A comedian said, who is Coretta Scott King going to date after Martin Luther King Jr.? Who was she going to date after him? Like the sacrifice that he made, there is no other man that could fulfill Coretta Scott King, unlike MLK. Hey, Astute Queen Bee Thoughts, thank you so much for being here. So, like I said, I just got a comment on my YouTube channel just telling me, hey, listen, that truly touched me, that, hey, listen, maybe it might be time to take a break and be still. And I agree with that. I do my shows 3 days a week. And I'm trying to figure out how to move accordingly, because I know this channel is growing. Right now, there are consequences being done to me because of what I've done, and I'll own up to that, right? I think what has happened these past couple of weeks has not showcased me in the best light. And I think, when we react instead of respond, we get portrayed as a character. And I just want all of you to know that's not who I am. I've made the apologies I need to make. And I know that for some, you may say, well, you're a flip-flopper. You say sorry, but you attack. Well, who hasn't? Um, and I say who hasn't because I think we've all been there where we're just trying to find our mental space, our mental peace, our mental freedom. Um, and so, listen, I'm imperfect. I'm broken, and I'm hard headed for the people I love. But, in the same token that I'm hard headed for them, I also need to be hard headed. Not so much hard headed, but I need to be accountable for what I do. So, the apology is probably not going to be accepted now. Um, it may never be accepted. Um, and I have to sit with that, and that's okay. The only thing I can do now is keep showing up at 6 o'clock with what I have to give and keep going one step at a time. And I've come to realize that, social media is a powerful tool and dangerous weapon. I've come to realize that if I never made it on social media, if I never made it in media, as long as I have my mom, my dad, my sister, that's what matters to me. Um, and my family knows I'm a lot too. Believe me, they hold me to account too. So I say all of that to say I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for checking in on me. Thank you for giving me the love, grace, and space. Now I know it can. Now I know it's strained. That's like, okay, Bray, you got you okay. After this, you gotta either put up or shut up. So I'm definitely gonna put up for sure and move forward. The only thing that I ask is that if you guys are asking me to move forward, that you guys give me the love, grace, and space to try to move forward. You know what I mean? That if I'm out of line, let me know. I mean that. If I'm out of line, let me know. If I'm out of line, let me know. And I think there's a difference between chastising somebody and loving somebody. I think what's happening with me is that there are people out there that love me enough to let me know that, Bray, I love you, but I know that there's better in you. And I think sometimes with the good that is in us, it can be overshadowed by the bad instances. And so I appreciate everyone who is seeing through all the instances that there's still good in me. You're trying to reach the good that's in me. So yeah, I recognize that there is power in humanity and vulnerability, and I hope to earn your love, your understanding, and your trust over time. And that's all I can do. So I really was expecting nobody to show up tonight, honestly. You know what I mean? But hey, one step at a time, right? One step at a time. So yeah, y'all give me a moment. I'm still right here. Thank you, Astute Queen Thoughts, for your love. Thank you, Phyllis, as well. Stay right here, y'all. I'm still right here. Hey, everybody. I'm still right here with all of you. And I thank you all so much for being here with me. It means a lot. So, yeah. Let's keep reading this as we are live on tour. That was quite emotional. But I think it needs to be said too, you know. So, yeah. As you guys can see here, prosecutors have argued Jabari does not have a history of suicide attempts, as she testified that she was not suicidal. Just upset after a heartbreaking day, Jabari was cleared after a 3-hour psych exam, which medical experts said was a relatively short amount of time. So you hear here describing that March 2023 night, Jabari testified last week that after evening out, the couple was inside a hired car heading back to the penthouse they shared. She claimed that she knows of flirtatious sex from another woman on Major's phone. She took the phone from his hands. In that response, Majors allegedly twisted her right arm as she curled her body just to try to protect herself. She said she felt a hard blow against my head that took me aback. So yeah, earlier in the trial, Jabari testified that after the couple's night, she went to Lucy's nightclub with strangers who came upon her during the incident because I was trying to suppress the sadness that I deeply felt in my heart. So yes, indeed. So yeah, let me see here. Let's go to deadline.com here. Jonathan Majors doesn't testify in domestic violence trials. Defense rests WME Elon Repazzuli details conversation with client on the night of the alleged assault. Rapolzi said that Majors called him at 7:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at his home in Los Angeles from outside the master bedroom of the actor's apartment in Chelsea on the night of the incident in question. Majors sounded beyond concerned, distraught, worried. Rapolzi testified, I never heard him the way he was on that call without discussing the specific contents of the 25-minute call. Rapolzi said that he heard a loud, repeated banging noise, which he demonstrated in court by bringing his right fist down the wooden edge of the witness box several times in succession. It was, he said, loud from the moment it started, progressively louder as it went on. Major's agent for several years, Rapolzi, said that the banging went on for the entirety of the conversation for the period of which he was at the door. Although cross-examination, the prosecutor, Michael Perez, clarified that he wasn't banging. That the banging was continuous. Rapolzi did not say what he thought the cause of the banging was. He was barred from a prosecution objection by answering a question from Major's lawyer, Preacher Chaudhry, about any of the noises being heard. The agent said that Major's tone of voice was rushed. There is fear in it. He added stricken fear, concern, but the judge struck that portion of his answer, listening to a playback of Major's 911 call from the apartment. He said the tone of the emergency call mirrors what he heard in his own call. During a brief cross-examination, Perez asked Major's agent, so is it fair to say the more money you make, the more money he makes? Rapolzi denied that was the case, explained that his compensation was governed by a pre-existing contract. Closing arguments are start to set Thursday morning as the case could go to the jury before the end of the day tomorrow. So that is that. Just wanted to let you guys know that. Like I said, tonight's been a very emotional night. And yeah, I'm going to probably stay over here for a minute. And I'm going to keep giving you guys the great content that I have. Tomorrow is Thursday, so thank God it's Thursday. because I go to work and I'm able to breathe a little bit, and I will be off YouTube that day. I won't be doing a live that day. And I think I'll just stick to the schedule for now. I'll see you guys Saturday, of course, for Ray to Love. I hope so, Phyllis. I hope so. Um, because I think there is good in me. I think the good has just been fought on so hard, and because the good has been fought on so hard, it's weary and teary and getting tired. Um, but I do appreciate the people that are seeing the good in me. I think people can say that, on this channel at least, that I've always tried to do good, do produce good, and will always produce good. I think people can say that. And I do hope this too shall pass, and trouble doesn't last always. So I'm still right here, y'all. Give me a moment. Thank you, Phyllis. I appreciate you so much. More good to come. Amen. Amen. I'm believing that. Um, I hold a lot in, believe it or not. And the reason why I do hold a lot in is because that's fine. I figured that this is happening. So I hold a lot in because I try to be the happy, jokey, loving guy, and try to bring people together. And it gets rough. It gets rough. It really does. But I know that there's more to come. And I don't think everybody is going to abandon me. I don't think everybody hates me. I don't think everyone thinks that there's nothing good in me. I think it's just a lot has happened. And I think maybe we just all need just to mentally reset. So I will still be over here doing what I do, whether someone shows up or not. But I know as long as I wake up another day, there is another chance to get it right. So yeah. So I'm gonna drop the link if you guys want to come up. Probably nobody is gonna come up, but I always do that anyway, just to showcase that you guys have a place here, and I do value what you guys say. Let me pin the link here. the link is pinned there. And like I said, y'all feel free. Like I said, it's no judgment, only love. For me to y'all can feel however y'all want to feel, and I'm quite frankly may deserve it, but also too, even though I'm recognizing that y'all deserve to say what y'all want to say, recognize that there's also pain in me too. So, but yeah. So. Lord. So yeah. Just listening to the music right now, y'all. That's kind of where I'm at. But on the highways and byways of the possibilities what can be of this virtual tour for 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 41 seconds. So yeah. Just chilling, y'all. That's all I can do is just chill. Lord Jesus. I do hope there is more to come. It's for the good of what can be. I really do. I do hope there's more to come. I really do. I kind of wish my bit mama was here right now. I really do, because I feel like she would hold me accountable, but she would also hug me too. I feel like right now I just need a hug. Honestly. Hey, P&2 Ross, welcome in. Just need a hug right now, y'all. Just need a hug right now. So yeah. Thank you for being too, Ross. I appreciate you. Okay. I'm still here, y'all. I'm just breathing that right now. That's all. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let me take down the screen sharing. Lord. Okay. It's gonna be okay, bro. Just breathe. Just breathe, bro. Okay. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. So, Lord. I'm still right here, y'all. Y'all give me a moment. Hey, y'all. We are live on tour here, and we're just chilling out. Um, yeah, it's. Wait. So, I'm going to read the Daily Motivator because I kind of need it today. I need it today. So, where there is joy, there is creation. Where there is no joy, there is no creation. Know the nature of joy. The Upanishads. Great words of wisdom there. I do agree. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. Just be you. It's a waste of your effort to try and second guess what people want you to be like. Just be you. Just be true. Some people will not respond positively to the way you are. That's a good thing to find out early so you can move on from them. Fortunately, there are plenty of people who will value your authenticity. You'll discover who they are by being who you truly are. Do not seek to listen, to understand, to respond in a generous manner. Do not be open to changing your perceptions, opinions, and behaviors when that's what you sincerely believe is called for. But avoid putting forth a fraudulent facade because that's not going to do anybody any good. For all of your energy and in your direction, you can do a lot of good for a lot of people and for yourself by being you. Man. You know, woo! You know, I've read so many daily motivators. Thank you, Nikki News. I appreciate you. And you know, listen, I'm gonna probably hopefully next season is the last season for this show. And I think if it is the last season for the show, I think it will be a good mulligan for everybody. And you know, listen, I do know that person is a very good person. They believed in me when I could not even believe in myself. They have windmilled for me. And they also really took me on when they didn't have to. And so to that person, I still love you. I still appreciate you. I still consider you a very good friend. I guess one thing I've learned from all of this is you can't make peace with everybody. Right? You try to be the peacemaker. You want to make peace with everybody. You can't do it. Sometimes you just have to let things be. And that's a very very heartfelt, hard, and mental bought lesson. But I hope that with time, love, and space, that we will come back to each other because I know that we're a dynamic duo. And I know when you get to your 5,000, I'm going to be right there to celebrate because you're almost there. And just know Neff is feeling this one for real. And you know, it's better to learn this lesson at the bottom than learn this lesson at the top. And you have every right to feel the way you feel. And we also have to be, and this is also kind of really relating to this, just be you. We also have to recognize that not everybody is going to accept the apology. Not everybody's going to accept you back. And not everyone is going to want to keep showing grace when the grace is getting tarry. And y'all and so that person have every right. But I hope with time, space, and love, grace, and peace that things can be amended, we can evolve, and we can all rise to the higher that's waiting for us. So let me give y'all my take on this. Just be you. Give my take on this. Just be you. Fortunately, there are plenty of people who know the value of your authenticity. I can definitely agree with that for sure. I think that the authenticity that I have is very true. It's very real. It's very genuine. And I think I never really took inventory of my authenticity before. And I'm not saying that in terms of me not being genuine, because I really do believe that I am. But I say that because I think a lot of times we try to be the most authentic we can to keep ourselves level when things get weary and tired. Hang on, y'all. Something is going on with my StreamYard. What's going on with my StreamYard, y'all? Hang on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. There we go. Can y'all hear me still? Type of one in the chat if you can hear me. So yeah, let me get the Daily Bowl of Air back up. I don't know if I ever took, inventory of my authenticity. Thank you so much. I don't know if I ever took inventory of my authenticity, and not so much taking inventory in my authenticity of not being real, because I do think I am very real. I think the way that I have grown up, I think that I try to be there for everybody. And in doing that, I have built up an authenticity of love, peace, and joy for being there for others. But when it comes to myself, I really just stay to myself with my own emotions, because I believe there's better in than out. As we clearly see that sometimes things need to be out, right? And so, like I said before, to that person, I still love you. I still value you. You've inspired me to keep going when I wanted to give up on myself. And honestly, I didn't even know I wanted to do this YouTube-ish, really. But just know that I understand how you feel. And I know that audience has every right to feel the way that they feel. But I do hope with love, time, space, grace, and love that things can be mended, because life is bigger than YouTube, and I don't want to lose a good friend like you. I know you're almost at a 5K, and I know that you are going to make it, and I can't wait to see it. You're not just a great content creator, not just a great person, but you are a great soul. Um, it's not too many times in this world that you can say that because you're in the world is better, and you are definitely one of those people. Same with Nikki News and PN2 Ross and Sean Fennell and so many other people. And I have come to recognize this, that within all of this bad, I have gained a lot of new people in my life. I've gained new love. I've gained a new perspective. And I'm glad that you are all here, you know. And relating back to this daily motivator, fortunately, there are plenty of people who know the value of your authenticity. And I do believe that. I think that, you know, for all the pain, for all the moments of strife, for all the moments of not being still long enough to listen, I think the fact that people have seen that it's been out the way and it's not my normal, and that this would not be me, I understand. I understand. And for those of you who still see the good in me, I appreciate you, because you don't have to. This is not a, you know, oh, well, it's me, you know, professional victim, a cuckoo, cuckoo, oh, well, it's me. But I think it is being understanding that just because I have made mistakes doesn't mean I am a mistake. And I have to recognize that within myself, you know. To everyone that is seeing something in me, that means you're still here, you know. And yeah, so that's the first part, that, you know, be appreciative of the people who see your authenticity and value your authenticity. But avoid putting forth a fraudulent facade, because it's not going to do anybody any good. I agree. And I think when it comes to putting on a fraudulent facade, I don't think you should put on a front of, hey, everything's okay, when you know it's not. It's okay to breathe in your emotions. It's okay to be still. It's okay to reflect. And within all of that you do, recognize that as you are doing that, healing is happening. And I never recognize that sometimes by shedding, because with everything that's been happening, I do feel that when people told me to, you know, be quiet, that they didn't want to hear my voice. But I've come to now know, understand, and appreciate that that sometimes just because you're quiet doesn't mean that healing is not happening in your voice. And finally, with this daily motivator, you can do a lot of good for a lot of people and for yourself by being you. Recognize that with being you, there's going to be good, there's going to be bad. But most of all, still be proud of how far you've come. Know that, hey, you're going to have to go through some fire. That's okay. But also, too, you also have the right firefighter outfit to get through that fire. The good thing about fire is eventually the crew comes to put it out. but you also have to recognize how you started. So I don't know what else I can say. I hope y'all hear my voice. I hope it is heartfelt. I hope it's sincere. I hope you hear the soulfulness in it. You know, to my mom and my dad, I love you so much. You probably are like, Ray, what is going on? I keep a lot to myself for good reason, because I don't want to be a burden. I don't. That's my worst fear, is being a burden on people. So just know I'm doing okay. I am trying to give the good that I can. It's just a little weary and tired, but I know I come from a great king and queen that understands that their king can do the most sometimes. But in doing the most sometimes, you also know that I do the most for the people I love. So to my sister, thank you for being the other side of me. I really mean that. To my dog, who is in dog heaven, peeing on fire hydrants, eating dog treats. And is probably flirting with every female dog in dog heaven. Just know I miss you every single day. I wish you were here right now. Where I live now, I can't really have any animals, but I do wish I had a husky support dog right now, or my dog, the breed of dog, as a support dog right now. So my brother is the same way. Keeps a lot to himself, but black men are never a burden for those of us who love them. Well, I appreciate that, Nikki News, very, very much. I always say that there will be fireworks, and there are going to be fireworks tonight. But I am going to I'm gonna leave this up for just a few minutes, just so people can read it, and then there will be fireworks. So with that being said, I think it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing to call yourself is nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you, and you have spent time with me. But hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. And always remember, whether you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that with you being quiet doesn't mean that healing is not happening. Make sure the replay is not just worthy for you to watch it, not just worthy for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. And when I say this, I really do mean this. I love you. I value, I appreciate you all. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever success you have achieved, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. In order to receive love, you got to give it. Or receive love, you got to give it. Or receive love, you got to give it. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen in the morning. I'm already been losing subscribers. It is what it is. I'm going to keep showing up for the people that are here. And if you guys do come back, great. If not, I totally understand. It's no hard feelings. But I do hope in time that you guys do see that there is still good over here and in me. So, So here's to the fireworks for the day that was, and for the day that's to come, and for the blessing that is on the way. So I know in the morning I might be I don't know where I'm going to be in the morning with all this, but I do hope that in time that things will be repaired, things will be healed, and things will be righted. Um, like I said, just because God, just because you feel that God may not see your pain, God is the ultimate healer, reviver, and everything else in between. And I feel like if God had a DM right now, he's like, Braylon, I'm hearing your whole DM, son. And I feel like God would be speaking to me like a dad. Like, you gotta take some hits on this one. But here's the blessing of those hits. Those hits are to let you know that you did wrong. But I promise you, if you do what you're supposed to do, I'm not leaving your side. I promise you, if you do what you're supposed to do, I'm going to make sure that what's to come is better than what's been. So, love you. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit, and then the fireworks will come. Love you all. I'll see you Friday for another virtual tour live, and then Saturday I'll see you for Ready to Love, Make a Move with Queen T with GG9, Talk with Solana, and my main man Q, and then 9/8 Central. I'll see you guys for the review. Hopefully, after this season, if it's the final season, I'll review that and then we'll be done. But if I do decide to take a break, just know that even though I'm taking a break from the show, I'm not taking a break from what we are creating here, because I know that this concept of virtual tour is beyond amazing. And I feel like all of you are virtual travelers. You are the tourists, as Alpha MC would say. You're my virtual tour family. And right now, I think the virtual tour family right now just needs some breathing time, needs some space time, and needs some healing time. And I think we'll still be a family. It's just going to take a process to get there. So, love you all. I'm leaving this up for a little bit, and then fireworks will happen. Good night, everybody. Love you all very, very much.